Hello, this is the Scorch Queen Lauren Fraunfelter here, doing another League of Fire challenge. Today we have, well, two challenges. The main one is we have 6 hot balls, and the secondary challenge that I have assigned myself is to attempt to say the word balls at least 50 times during this challenge. Without counting, my wonderful husband will be counting on the side to see if I have made it. So the hot ball, the 6 hot balls challenge rules. There is 1 minute per ball, meaning you'd have to take 1 minute to eat each ball, followed by a 5-minute supper session with 0 relief. Now the disclaimer on this one is kind of fun. Keep out of reach of children and elderly. Do not consume this product if you're sensitive to hot or spicy food. Duh. Are allergic to milk, dairy, capsaicin, spicy foods, or have any medical condition or are pregnant. Do not chug large amounts of milk, water, or any relief afterwards. It will cause stomach discomfort. I don't know, like, that makes me scared because what else are you supposed to do just after the supper session? So, yep. The world's hottest balls. This is a Chase the Heat challenge made by Blazing Foods. So let's get going. I'm going to put on some gloves. Now my whole family has been sick this week, so we are kind of using this to clear me out. For the League of Fire, I, Lauren Pace Fraunfelter, am over 18 years of age, of sound mind, and have read and understood the hot sauce product disclaimer on the League of Fire website. In summary, I accept that the League of Fire, their suppliers, and manufacturers will under no circumstances be responsible for or liable for any claims of injury or damage arising from me consuming, that's what it says, this product or multiples thereof. I acknowledge and agree to this fact without question. Now, anyone who knows me knows that cheese balls are my absolute, one of my top, like, 3 favorite foods in the whole world. I will take those big tubs and I eat a whole one in a long weekend. Ooh. This looks nothing like the Utz cheese balls. Ooh. What do we got going on here? All right.
Show it to the camera first. See how red it is.
Yeah, this is a beaut. It's a beaut, Clark. Let's get going.
I think you gotta eat it, and then once it's all down, then
You think? I don't think it matters. It's not a burn time. It's just you have to give each ball a minute.
Oh.
But I'll put it in my mouth and then I'll hit start. Will that make you happy?
Sure.
It's easy for him when he's not doing it. Whew! Hits the roof of the mouth. This is gonna be fun. This is definitely gonna clean me out. Let's hope. Do we have tissues? Or a tissue. Now, I'm pretty sure these are escalating in heat as you go down. Like, the first 2 are the mild ones. Then the next 2 are a little bit less. Or a little bit more, rather. And then the last 2 are for death. Oh, I'm doing really terrible. These balls, texture-wise, cheese ball. Nothing too fancy about that. It is a cheese ball. Reminds me of a cheese ball. Ooh, 1 minute. Moving on to the next one. Luckily, that first minute went by really fast. In discussing my love for cheese balls, I can say It started with, there was a white cheddar cheese ball, once again made by Utz. You'd think they sponsor this or something. And they only, excuse me, had them out, hit the back of the throat at Christmas. And they were labeled as snowballs. And they were only out at Christmas time. And once the store sold out, they were gone. And then you'd have to wait a year to get them again. After a few years of me loving these so much, people started gifting them to me in like large quantities. And I actually amassed such a large stash of these snowballs that I had them for the entire year. What? Oh. I was getting hand signals. I didn't know what that was about.
I was just giving you the 5-second warning. So
I appreciate that. That's okay, though. You don't have to do that. I hear the beep beep. Whew. I don't know if it's a noticeable difference from that one to this one. It's different, though. Like, the heat, I don't know if there's a difference, but it has a different flavor. There's that, like, I really don't know how to describe it, but if you eat spicy foods, it's like a little bit of this, like, bitterness. And that's what I'm getting. And it's from, like, it being dried, I think. It's not bad. It's just something that I found is pretty exclusive to super hot foods. Give myself a minute just to breathe. Oh, good. Oh, good. We are halfway there. At least with the eating part. Come out, come out.
So is that the fourth one?
This is the fourth one.
It does not say what the fourth one's supposed to be. It does say on the website what balls number 1 and 2 are the same, 3 and 4 are the same, and 5 and 6.
But it doesn't give I mean, there's an ingredient list here, but it doesn't specify either. The main ingredient is cheese balls. So I was thinking before I did this, I never used to wear gloves, but this one felt incredibly necessary. So I think I mentioned last challenge, very clumsy. And I got a little nick on my finger with a knife yesterday. And then on that same finger today, I was microchipping a rescue dog. Yes, that's something I do. And I poked myself. So I feel like I would be getting that powder all up in those cuts. Stop. There we go. Numero cinco. I took French in high school. Don't hold that against me. Oddly, that one tasted cheesier than the previous 4. I don't know what to make of that. This is one I don't think I'd want to do multiples of. Like the dual chip, 4 was fine. Probably could have done a 5th, maybe a 6th. I don't think I'd want to do more than 1.
That bad?
I just don't think I'd want to. Like, maybe I could. I just don't think I'd want to. I think I'd be an unhappy girl. Because it's powder, it hits the back of your throat.
Because you just don't, be careful when you're eating it, don't breathe it in.
Last one. Last minute. Breathe in, breathe out.
We still have 5 minutes after this.
Oh, I know. Right this second, I just need to breathe. I'm in a chilly New England basement. So the cool air feels good on my mouth space. Feel a little bit of the floaties. I haven't felt those in a couple weeks. Nose running, floaty feeling. It's a good day, right? All right, 5-minute suffer session. Go. Whew. I'm gonna suffer in silence for a moment here. Wipe up some boogies. My husband's doing a boogie. I'm sweating. Kind of glad I wore the tank top. I had a sweater on. Because it is March. Yeah, it's March. Whew. Quick shout out to any of the fierce fiery queens. If you're watching this, thank you for inviting me to be a member of your group. Really excited to meet some of you in person. And I have been shopping for a tiara, as I was told by the Reaper teacher that is mandatory. And I said, don't threaten me with a good time. Whew. Keeping myself distracted because this burns. Well, the burning in my mouth has slightly lessened. When I say slightly, I mean slightly. What do you want me to do? I can introduce some of the other challenges that I'll be doing soon. I was going to talk about dogs for a second because I just freaking love dogs, but that actually makes more sense. Some of these are also made by Blazin' Foods. The Death Nut 3.0 challenge. We'll be doing that one in the upcoming weeks. Corn Nugs Tube of Terror. This one is the 2.0 version. Also made by Blazin' Foods. Blazin' Foods Tube of Terror. I think all of these are Johnny Scoville. Maybe not the Death Nut?
I don't think the Death Nut one
It does not have his picture on it, so I'm guessing no. And I almost went for a chocolate bar today. These are not Blazin' Foods. These are Willy Pete's. But a half pound of chocolate is a lot of chocolate. If you've ever, in one sitting, just had a half pound of chocolate, it is a lot of calories. Hence why there's no nutrition facts on there. I might have to look that one up. So that's a meal. Sinuses. Cleared out. I officially be the least sick person in my family. Or at least the least full of boogers. Minute 30 to go. 90 seconds. I don't know why, but I feel like 90 seconds sounds like a lot less than a minute 30. Whew. Ooh, I can also mention, I mentioned when I did the dual chip challenge that I had a challenger who backed out, and I was sitting on those 4 chips for a while. I have a new challenger. His name is Chris Robinson, and he will be joining me in the upcoming weeks. He is an admitted spicy kind of wuss, so I'm not sure how this is going to go, but we're going to have some fun with it. He is in a band with my husband that will be done, and they have some upcoming projects and things that will be being released, so I'm going to try to make him talk about that as much as possible while he burns. So that, I think, is going to be a lot of fun for all ages. This is a family-friendly channel, I like to think. I don't think I've dropped any F-bombs yet. Been a good girl. Many years of working at KB Toys, and I learned how to throw out some fudges. Whew. And we have made it to the end of the 6 hot balls. And I forgot to say balls. Oh no, that's okay, that's my bad. You get distracted when you're doing these challenges. You're so focused on what you're doing that I guess a side quest was a bit too much to handle, at least for the Scorch Queen. I admit it, I'm not perfect. Just gorgeous. Well, I guess that's it for the 6 hot ball challenge made by Blazin' Foods. Chase the heat. For now, this is the Scorch Queen. You stay spicy.